Hi anyone who's watching this. I just wanted to make a video today because I've been booted off Facebook. My account's been disabled with no warning, no nothing, no reason why. I've no clue. So basically everything has gone from my business page. I've got no access to Messenger. I've got 3 groups on there. Inspire, Dream, Believe, which was for uplifting, more spiritual things, as well as what's people sharing what's happening in the world right now, and truth and awareness of ascension and the dark and light stuff in there. I had my Future Positive Life Wellbeing community for all of those people who either clients of mine or people who are interested in health and well-being, and with other practitioners and people sharing health and tips and coaching and therapists information for helping you to improve your health and well-being and take care of yourself, and everything, as well as everything that I do. And then another group that was more recently created called Sacral Centre, which was inspired by everybody's creative gifts, and as a vehicle and a place for them to share what they were doing. I'm also an admin in a couple of other groups, and as well as had set up some groups early on in March for the coronavirus community help Taunton. I'm not sure how that may be affected. I'm not an admin on the main group anymore, because that sort of I took a back step from that. But I did set up the subgroup for all of the admins, which was, we had about 100 admins, maybe even 200 groups. Anyway, I'm not sure what that's going to look like, and not being part of that, my profile being taken down, whether that's going to affect the setup of those groups. I know that there's other admins in those groups, so that's really good. But as for my groups, I've got no way of accessing my account. It says that I violated Facebook community standards, and I just wanted to share this because it's sort of it's a bit of a confirmation of what's actually happening in the world, and with social media and censorship. I haven't got a massive following. I haven't, but what I have got on there is, and I've had a little cry about it. I wasn't too bothered to start with, because I have been taking a bit of a step back from everything at the moment, focusing on myself and my family. But what has sort of hit me today is it's my birthday tomorrow, and was sort of and then was thinking about the connections that I've made with people. I sort of keep up to date with my kids' lives and friends that are in different parts of the country and the world. So that was sort of a bit of a kick in the gut. And the groups, the uplifting groups, the communities that I'm part of, that are like-minded people and people who are sharing awareness, and for want of a better word, I don't much like labels, but the Lightworkers, the people who have got awareness, where I maybe get my teachings from or get my confirmations from. And it's not a great big deal, because it does happen within as well, and I've got my own intuition and my own inner knowing of things that are going on. However, this censorship and stopping people being connected to people that they love and their greater, wider communities, and censoring people's voices and people's freedoms and our sovereignty. And this is what's happening to just little people like me. I've no clue. The only thing I can think of, because I've shared a lot of as I've learned things, about the corruption and the dark agenda and things like that, and taken a lot of flack for from people that I know on Facebook. And but for me, knowing this stuff and sharing this stuff was really, and still is really important, because to come into the light, to come into our own awareness and our own knowledge, we need to see and acknowledge what's in the dark. And the light has been shone on at the moment. If you've been following me before, I work in metaphors and analogies, and that's quite often how it happens for people. I get pictures in my mind or a feeling about something, and that's quite often when I share. And I've had a big wake up this year. It's been happening for me for a few years, but in March a lot became clear about things that are a little bit back to front and upside down. In fact, not a little bit, a massive amount. And more and more people are waking up and realizing everything's not as it seems. However, I was aware of people with influencers and people with a big following being censored, and people their Facebook accounts being taken down, their YouTube accounts being taken down. People are finding other ways and other platforms. So obviously this is what I'm going to be doing now. I've already got an account on a platform called MeWe, which I haven't been really active on, but I will obviously be more active on there now. And that is uncensored. It is because there's also this thing about personal information. I don't know now. Facebook have got all my photographs, all of my personal information, anything that I've written, anything that I've documents that I've posted in my groups, other people's work that I've shared, which is so valuable and has helped so many people. And that's all I've ever tried to do is with anything that I've learned, or whether it's on my own journey or I've seen something else that I'm inspired by, I share what I've learned and hope that it might help people along the way. And I know that I've had messages from people with my little videos and therapies, and I know that I've helped a lot of people. So I'm sorry to those people who do follow me or have followed me, but there's going to be other places, and those people who are more aware and who have been censored, even just for sharing love and light and ways for you to cope through these times, they've been censored too. And it's really important to start questioning why, because we all want to make a difference in the world. We all want to help each other. We all want to cuddle and hold our loved ones. And I realise I went on. So the last thing that I remember sharing, the last post that I made, was something that I'd put together to say, you're amazing. It was a little girl with a Christmas tree, and saying, it's been tough, but look how far you've come, look how resilient you are, and you're still rocking it because you're brilliant and you're amazing. That was the last thing that I actually shared. It wasn't a lot of writing or anything. It was a post because I just wanted to help to raise people's vibrations and to help people feel good when we've just been knocked down again with being told that there's this tier system and that we're going to have to be away from our loved ones at Christmas, and so much anxiety and trauma and pain that people are experiencing. That was really important for me to help people feel hopeful, at least. And then the other thing that I shared was from, and I didn't share it with any writing or anything, it was a lady in Ireland who has basically got documentation from the government to say that coronavirus, right, I'm not gonna go there, because if this ends up getting shared, I'm hoping that maybe my kids might share this video for me, and I'm not going to say, but it was from a woman in Ireland. You can find it on YouTube. In fact, no, I'm not sure. It's probably been taken down from YouTube. It's on MeWe, and if you want to know more about any of that sort of stuff, but it was basically information that was direct from government sources that confirms and answers questions that were asked in October, that basically confirms and answers these questions, that things are not all as they seem on mainstream media and in the news and with updates from government. So it was a confirmation, really, and this was from a lady in Ireland who has also been one of these people who has been censored, and she has got a website now, and many people are going to BitChute, and they're going to brand YouTube, which I will be setting an account up there as well, because a lot of these platforms are being heavily censored, with people who are finding out information and that may have been deemed as conspiracy theorists or whatever, but there's truth in a lot of what they are finding and expressing and sharing. And even if it's not all of it is true, it is definitely not as what is being presented to us in the mainstream. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of share that, really, to say that I'm going to be on these other new platforms that are uncensored, and I'm still going to be sharing the lovely things, to help and support you, and to share any new information that I come across. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to do anything that's massive, but just wanted to let you know that that's happened, and if it can happen for me, it can happen for anyone, really. So back up anything that you've got on Facebook, any documents, and make sure if you're running groups, make sure you've got another admin in the group, and maybe start to look up these other platforms. But just say any work that you've got or you're sharing, back it up. Any of your private personal information, back it up, because they did have a little caveat on when I was looking for, because you can appeal it, but then there's a little caveat that Facebook have got in there that if you severely validate their community standards, they can just stop your account just like that. And so I had no warning, no time to come back and warn any people in my groups, or to I have been saving some stuff recently that I've been writing myself and sharing, but just no warning of anything. So there's some things on there that I will have just lost, and I can't get back. I can't re-access the account. It's not about security clearance or anything like that. It's just gone. My kids have bless them, set up a separate WhatsApp group, because any group that I was part of in Messenger has gone. Connections to my theatre friends, to my other communities, all gone. And it's been suggested that I set up with a different profile, but I really just don't want to. I'd rather just start on the new platforms, and if people are interested or want to be, my friend or follow me or keep connected with me in whatever way, then, they can find me there. The most important people in my life are aware, and I've got connections with them on WhatsApp and other places. But so it's just to let you know that I haven't just disabled my account myself. It wasn't a choice. I've literally had my voice on that platform taken away. And so any help and support or knowing, knowledge, wisdom, love and light that I was sharing there has gone. I've just been erased from it. Even birthdays and things that I've put posts on for people are no longer available for them. So I'm gone from Facebook land. So thank you to those who have supported me while I have been on there, and for friendships and connections that I've made while I have been on there. I'm really, really grateful to it in so many ways. It has been a bit of a kick in the gut, but like I said, with it being my birthday tomorrow, and also the end of the year, and also the end of massive energetic cycles and times, the end of the dark ages and coming into the light, and the age of Aquarius and all of that, it all sort of synchronistically ties in pretty well. That when things change, it doesn't always feel comfortable. It's not always what you would choose to experience. And it's not always easy being the one that's the first to experience these things. Was talking to Jack earlier and had a bit of a cry and said, I know that I go against the grain of a lot of things that people would deem normal. I've always gone for the alternative. I've been an alternative parent. I'm alternative hair, alternative, just everything. I'm not a rebel, but I have gone against the grain of what people would deem as normal, and it's not always easy being the first person to do that, and to sort of stand in your truth and your knowing and your wisdom and understanding when so many don't. Or perhaps, I know that it's courageous, and I know that it's showing people a different way, a new way, but it's not always easy to be that person. So if you're seeing this and you are one of those people as well, just I'm with you. Thank you for being that person and showing the way and shining your light. Everybody's got it in them. We've all got our own discernment. We've all got our own inner knowledge and wisdom, which we're all waking up to more and more all of the time. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not right, that what you feel is not important. Stay true to who you are and what feels right for you, and shine your bright, beautiful light, and share your knowledge and your wisdom and your love and your care and your compassion, and keep loving each other and keep being who you are and remembering who you are. And if you are shut down or repressed, or you feel like your freedoms are being revoked, keep using your voice, keep sharing, and find other ways. There are other ways. There are other people who are leading the way. There's other platforms. There's other places to go. So thank you for your support. If you're still with me, thank you for listening to this video. I'm sending you so much love always, from wherever I can, in whatever way I can. I am still going to be on. I'm going to be on MeWe. I've got my YouTube channel, which at the moment is Future Positive Life, but I'm going to be using this time to take a bit of a rebrand and probably start on brand YouTube, which is an uncensored platform, because even people on YouTube have been censored. And if that's what it's looking like for me, I might have to find other ways to share my meditations in EFT and coaching, guidance, spiritual teaching, let's say, even though I don't like the label of that much either. But yeah, there's other platforms, other places you can find me, and my website at the moment is still futurepositivelife.com, which also may go with a bit of a revamp, and we might be going to own your shit. So yeah, in doing this, I'm owning my shit, feeling a bit shit, but also aware that this is sort of being courageous and stepping out into what is the new age, the new world. Everything's got to collapse for new to be built. So I'm owning it, feeling it, allowing myself to feel it. You can only heal it when you feel it. So wanted to share that with you today. Thank you for being here. I realise that I go on a little bit. I'm just looking at the time now. It's 20 minutes that I've gone on for, but thank you for being here. If you're still here now, if you want to find me on the other platforms, it'd be lovely to keep connected with you, and sending you loads of love for whatever you're going through right now. You can do it. You are courageous. Keep shining your light. Keep being bold and beautiful and strong and brave. We've got this. We are Team Humanity, and we are stepping into this new era in this new age. So let shit go, own your shit that you're in now, and we've got this. We've got this. So sending you huge amounts of love, loads of love, and I hope to connect with you in some other places. Huge love.